Hi, lovelies. I am Miss Geneva Tarot, and this is your love and money reading. We are covering all 12 zodiacs, you guys. And this reading is for you whenever you stumble up on it and it resonates for you, okay? So we'll be releasing one every week, 6 p.m. Eastern. I'll be premiering a reading for you to use to tune into, to ask me any questions you may have. But no, these are timeless. So if you stumble upon this and it resonates for you, then the message is for you. All right, you guys. So we're going to get right into it. We're going to start right into Aries. Guys, what do you see? Give me some direct answers for Aries around love. Aries around love, guys. Taking control mentally. You're stepping back from looking for love, or maybe this isn't even so much a new thing. You're trying to take control of your thought bases around certain people, around love. I feel like something has been weighing on you that you knew you need to work through. And you might have even been a little bit scared to put yourself out there. I feel like this was bizarre too, right? Like very unexpected happening around love. And like you brought a good energy to the table. You were acting mature, you were loyal, all that goodness. And you deserved more. I guess that really needs to be said, right, Aries? Is you deserved more here. And instead of giving it to you, they gave you the opposite. And it was really something you just didn't see coming. And not just that, you didn't think it was in alignment with anything that you were projecting energetically. And you're just like, what is happening here? Okay. So, first off, I do think that you're bringing amazing energy to the table. I think it's great for you to be detached from this right now, to be working more towards yourself. That's what's really going to open the gateways to love, right? Because if we rush in and we haven't processed all of this, all it is going to do is make you scared, make you become a runner, or maybe you might even start self sabotaging, all that goodness. So this is really your quickest pathway to, true love, having that deep connection that you truly desire. Okay. So look at this working on yourself, processing what happened as opening the doorways to new love. Okay, to true love, to having somebody coming in and matching of this energy instead of what you experienced before. And what this is a good partner. This is somebody nurturing. This is somebody kind. This is somebody loyal. This is definitely somebody willing to put the time in for the long run, right? Not somebody just looking for booty or to hook up or a little bit of attention. And I think a lot of the reasons why you've had issues processing this is because it just really isn't in alignment to your energy. And I don't mean to keep repeating myself, but I just feel like this person like blew your mind in the wrong way, right? And like it was very shocking that they behaved that way, because you're like, wow, I really thought I had made some upgrades on me, that I was bringing good energy to the table. And the guys are saying, let it go. Other people's actions are typically more about them than you. Okay. So maybe this was just something, a little bump in the road before you get what you truly desire. Maybe this was more of an experience for the other person to have, to realize how they're self sabotaging and they're not healed and ready to go. But either way, what you're doing now is what's bringing your passion back, your mojo, if you will. And before you know it, you're going to have all kinds of possibilities opening up. Look at this. And you feel like right now that love is not a possibility for you. And that is okay. I think that soon to come, you'll realize that, you're just kind of in a healing process, time, and, that there are still worthy people out there that can be matching of your energy. All right. So we're going to move forward to money. Money for Aries. Money and career guides. What do we see for Aries? You're keeping something to yourself. And I like this. I mean, I think you're becoming more aware of your energy. So you're not wanting to project anything negative, like by venting about it. And I like that, because you're trying to stay focused on what's positive, what feels good, what feels right, what's working good for you, and just overcoming, what is ever weighing on you career wise. And I feel like this is heavy too. Right? Like this isn't a small thing. I feel like you're okay financially, but whatever this is, for you not to focus into it is really hard on your behalf. Our human instinct is, to protect ourselves, especially our well being. And, you want to be like, oh no, what is happening here? And move in like we always do. But you've grown, Aries. You've really learned how to take more control of your energy. And you're saying, no, I'm not going to focus in on that. I'm going to remain patient. I'm going to remain in the energy of, being there in the long run, investing in, many, many moons, right? So you're not into what's happening right now. Even if it doesn't look successful, you're yet to fail because you're yet to end. This is just the beginning. No matter how long you've been on this journey, you are planning moving forward many, many moons. So you are staying calm within the storm. You are staying balanced. I got new vision in reverse. Like, no, I will not let this throw me off course. I will remain balanced. And here you're kind of in this mode of nothingness, kind of dull. The guides are saying, you need to put yourself out there, but without bringing awareness to that, without talking about it. And I think that, but you're kind of having a hard time moving past that. But get out of the house, get out of your normal area, because soon you're going to feel refreshed. You're going to feel renewed and open and receptive to abundance. And you're right to stay balanced, because whatever's wanting to weigh on you that you're struggling to not focus into is very short lived. And I definitely feel like it's a test from the universe to, see that you've truly learned how to be calm and balanced, even when there's chaos, right? Because we're here to learn and grow. So every experience we have is for us to up our game in some way. And this experience here is for you to just be calm, not focused into that, keep your eye on the ball and working hard. All right. So very good, Aries. I'm really proud of you. And if you need me, I'm always here for you. I give personalized readings on Keen, you guys, and only on Keen. My links are down in the description. All right, so we're moving forward to Taurus. Guys, what do we see for Taurus around love? Hold on, you guys. I'm forgetting timestamps. Mm-hmm. Hi, Taurus. Thank you so much for being here today. Shuffling these babies and picking up on energy. Guys, what do you see? Give me some direct answers right now. Oh, cards are trying to pop out already. Around love. Love for Taurus. Mm. Maybe you're not looking for commitment right now, but you're wanting to have, somebody's attention. You're wanting to have a friend with benefits. And maybe with time it'll grow. Maybe you can open yourself up to that. But right now, you're just wanting somebody to spend some time with, right? Maybe somebody to hook up with from time to time. And I don't think this is all sexual. Like you want to be able to go out, enjoy life with somebody. You're tired of being home alone, things of that nature. And you feel like with time when you heal, maybe you'll be ready for a connection. But right now, you're just wanting to have some fun. And that's not a bad thing, Taurus. This might actually help you get your mojo back, your excitement around love, to heal. I think it's a great thing. We don't always have to be looking for a person to spend the rest of our life with. And there's so many people for us to meet that we can enjoy, have so much fun with, that we eliminate or don't focus into because we're like, oh, they're not wanting a long-term connection, or we don't match like that. And I feel like we do ourselves a disgrace by doing that. And what you're doing right now, I really feel is like, the first step of putting yourself back out there again, Taurus. So I think it's great. And I think that you're definitely going to be going out with somebody very, very soon. Yeah. Breakthrough card. That is the energy I got, that you're going to be out living your best life, having fun, soon to come. Keep me updated, Taurus. And if this reading resonates with you, make sure you're commenting, claim it. Write in your zodiac down below to learn, win that bonus reading, you guys. This is the last week. If you guys comment this week and actually put your zodiacs down below, I might keep this going. All right. So we're moving forward to money. Guys, what do you see? Give me some direct answers right now around money. Money for Taurus. Oh man, you're debating on making this leap of faith or not. You're scared. You're more scared than you're excited of what the outcome would be. And Taurus, what does that tell you? I mean, for me, I would have to, weigh the factors. Am I just scared because this is a huge leap for me, or is it my intuition? I feel like it's whatever your first instinct was. I think that we tend to overthink things, and our human mind kind of takes over once we start processing an idea more. If this was an aha moment, like, oh, this is where I need to be, and it really resonated before you started overthinking, I definitely wouldn't let this go. Right. But for some of you, you need to follow your intuition. That's what's gotten you this far. Right. Is you're really, Taurus is really good when it comes to business. And I think you guys are also really good at telling when somebody's bull crapping you. Right. If it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true, kind of scenario. And for some of you, this really could be a breakthrough, but you have to be receptive. You have to be open and ready for this. And, I'm just going to say it, a lot of you are going to let this go because you don't want to make the money investment. Okay. You're scared. You worked hard for what you got, and I can understand that. And you don't necessarily need it per se, but if you're wanting to move to the next level, I wouldn't give this up so fast. I think that you could be very, very passionate about it. You're aware of this already, right? Like you really enjoy this or want to do this. If that's you, then this is for you. Don't let this take over your mind and keep you from, feeling like this and, making all kinds of money, because you make more money when you're doing something that you're passionate about. Always. That's just the way it is. It might take time, but you're always going to make more abundance doing what you feel good about, what you're passionate about, than just doing what makes good money, right? So keep that in mind. I mean, I feel like you don't want to make that investment, and that's understandable. A lot of Taurus are very hard workers, and they put, they have a lot of assets and savings, and makes them feel good. But here's the outcome. Here's the outcome if you take that leap. All right. This is a 10 of Pentacles. And I refer to this card a lot as having your cake and your ice cream too, because it shows abundance. It shows stability. It shows love. It shows a happy home. I mean, it is just everything that you desire all in one card. And that could be the outcome of taking this leap of faith. I almost called you Aries, Taurus. All right. So keep all that in mind. And, if you guys need more details, I'm here for you. Don't hesitate to reach out on via Keen. My link is down below, you guys. And I only give personalized readings via Keen. All right. Wow. So we're going to move forward to Gemini. Hi, Gemini. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you're commenting your zodiac down below for your chances to win the bonus reading. I'm going to be tallying it up after this reading premieres, okay? And, don't hesitate to claim it down below if this resonates with you. Let me know. All right, shuffling these babies, picking up on energy around love. Guys, what do you see? Give me some direct answers right now around love for Gemini. Wow. You've been processing, you've been letting something go from the past, working through it. But I feel like somebody's going to come forward this week, or you're going to meet somebody this week that can be very, very tempting. And this might not be a new person. Maybe they're just coming more forward this week and showing some intention in your directions, because I'm seeing something about a Tempress. And the possibility of moving a friendship to the next level. Wow, Gemini. And the guides are saying you don't even have to pursue it. This person's going to pursue you. For some of you, this is a past person, and you already know that this connection is toxic. Okay. I was almost getting a good vibe there, and then this went flying out of the deck, you guys. The guides get so impatient with me. Sometimes they just fly cards right out on the table. And this is what we got, saying that you are hanging on to past situations, past baggage that you need to let go of if this is a person from the past. All right. So if somebody's resurfacing and you know that that energy is not really for you, but you're just wanting attention or this or that, then, you need to really evaluate if this is in your benefit, because entertaining this person is keeping you from new connections and new people pursuing you that can move into a romantic connection and not just a passionate connection, Gemini. So you might be able to really find your one and only by avoiding this person. Now, for some of you, I feel like you've healed and you processed, and this is a new person coming in. You don't have any baggage attached to this person, and I would go for it. All right. So we got a double reading there. You'll have to let me know which one resonates with you, and, maybe even how sexy that person is down below in the comments. But yeah, kudos to you, Gemini. All right. So we're going to move forward to money and career for Gemini. Guides, what do you see? Give me some direct answers right now. Oh, wow. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but we had a card fly out the deck and it couldn't be any better. All right. So here's the card that went flying out. This is you moving into more passionate times, more exciting times, feeling good, knowing that you're going more towards more success, enjoying success, abundance. Okay. So I got the Lovers card in reverse. I feel like you just really haven't been loving it, right? Things been a little stagnant. You're just going to kind of doing what you need to do. And that is about to flip an energy for you this week. Okay. Maybe something new is going to come open to you. I think that's a good possibility. The guys are saying to be courageous, chase this new opportunity, because that's going to bring in even more money for you. So you're heading towards more success, Gemini. There's no way getting around that. All right. So don't let any fear bases, old happenings, weigh on you and, pull you back from feeling so courageous as I see here, because you've came a long way, right? See how that flower is growing out of the rocks with no support, no soil, no water, and it still is flourishing, looking beautiful and being successful. And this is you. right? This is why you feel courageous and you feel like this opportunity is for you and you're in alignment with it when it comes forward. So don't let any kind of past happenings kind of take you down into this mode and be like, oh no, not meant for me because I'm meant to fail or whatever it could be. Because this is what we got, the slow down card in reverse. To me, this is an overflow of money coming your direction, Gemini. And it's just going to take you staying in this mode about this new opportunity, this new way of doing things that's going to be opening around this week. All right, Gemini. Wow. I love seeing that for you. All right, Gemini, don't hesitate to reach out to me. My link is down below in the description. I only give readings via Keen. And we are moving forward to Cancer. Hi, Cancer. Thank you so much for being here today. Oh my goodness. Cards are flying. Wow, that's a good one. Let's see what the other cards have to say, and we'll see how that comes into play. But I got a good vibe around love already, Cancer. All right, guys. Love for Cancer. Let's see what is happening here. All right, new person coming in. Yep. You've been fretting somebody that you thought would make a good partner. Maybe you even thought you two would be going that direction, but you were crushing on somebody. They had your focus, and now you've seen their true colors. It's been a little devastating for you, but you've detached and you have nothing going on. There's a clean slate for some of you Cancers right now, and that is what is actually going to be bringing in this passion experience. Is making room for this new person to come in that I don't think you are even aware of. To me, it gives a vibe you've never even met this person, or at least, they're bringing a new energy to the table that sparks your interest, where you're like, wow, how have I never noticed him or her, right? And this is going to feel good. This is going to feel right. Breakthrough card. You feel courageous with this person. You feel yourself. You're feeling good, like this might be going places. And I'm telling you, you guys are going to be flirting, being silly, being, affectionate, all that goodness soon to come. All right, Cancer. Things are getting a little spicy. I like it. Wow. All right, so we're going to be moving forward to money and career for Cancer. Hopefully it looks just as good for your money as it did in the love. Wow, playful energy. So, as you're getting your mojo back, or you're building your passion and excitement for life and maybe this other person, I see this playful, excited energy going over into your work, and it is calling in the money, right? You're not standing on the sidelines anymore. And I don't think that's what you wanted to do. Maybe you're just lacking understanding how to put yourself out there more. But this week, things are shifting for you. You're beginning to put yourself out more. You're beginning to have more ideas of how. Okay. And just take your time. Everything doesn't need to happen right now. Okay. We're doing one step at a time, building blocks, learning how to master this. And this is starting to move faster for you, just simply because you're feeling more playful, more passionate, more full of life. And, you might have hit some bumps to where you feel like money is slowing down or going to slow down. And the guys are saying, don't even focus in that, you have all the answers within you. You have guidance helping you on a daily basis that you need to be open and receptive to. And you're going to make this happen. Your money is going to keep flowing and growing no matter what, Cancer. All right. So just keep the eye on the ball, and I'm loving this for you. All right, Cancer, don't hesitate to reach out to me. My link is in the description, and I love reading for you guys. Yeah. All right. So we're moving forward to Leo. Hi, Leo. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you're commenting your zodiac down below to win the bonus reading. I will be tallying it up after this one premieres, you guys. All right, shuffling these babies, picking up on energy around love for Leo. Guys, what do we see? Give me some direct answers right now. The cards are so thick. Wow, you have somebody's focus. All right, so you think somebody is let go, that they have moved on, but they have not. All right, I'm going to be very direct about that, Leo. This might have been somebody that you were dating, definitely somebody you were spending time to, at least communicating with, okay? And you have their focus. Like, I think you think that they are not paying attention to you, probably paying attention to others, dating, different things of that nature. And the guys are saying, you have their soul focus. All right. And they're hiding this from you. They have yet to come forward to let you know that they're still focusing on you. You have their attention. They're probably watching you on social media if you have a social media, things of that nature. And this is a card that we got here. It says letting go. This is the vibe that they're trying to put off for you. But here's what's really going on. They care for you. They have feelings for you. They miss spending time with you. They want this connection to grow. All right. And I wouldn't be surprised if this person doesn't come forward wanting to go on a date this week or soon to come. All right. So let's see. Yeah. Projections around passionate experience, you guys. I mean, the guys can't be very direct around that. They're going to let you know. They're going to communicate with you. Oh, I keep putting the wrong card forward. They're going to communicate with you, all right, about their feelings. Or, I mean, you might just even get it in their words and their vibe, right? Because I just see your guys' energy kind of combining. So there's going to be this emotional connection that's coming together. And then we got this passionate experience. And with this date card down here, I would say you guys are definitely going out, spending time together, and romance is flourishing. Wow. Love it, Leo. If that resonates with you, make sure you're claiming it. And again, writing your zodiac down below. And we're going to move right forward to love, or excuse me, money. We are on money and career. Guys, what do you see? Give me some direct answers right now around money. You are yet to see all your success. And Leo, you might even be blocking off some or keeping some at bay. Okay. And I don't want to say you're making wrong moves or anything of that. I mean, you're making good moves. I think you're making good financial decisions around your career, things of that nature. But there's something from your past, a past happening that's causes something in you that is causing you not to be receptive, okay, to something, not open to it, if you will. So there was some kind of bizarre thing that happened, and it might have even been like some kind of scam of some sort. All right, but it didn't turn out as planned. As an innocent person, invested your time, your energy, maybe your finances, and that goodness, and somebody took advantage of that, or it just did not turn out the way that you desired. There was a loss. Let's put it that way, in one shape or form. And the guides are saying, process it, let it go. You learned from that. That has no bearing on what you can carry into your future. Because right now, you're really doing good, right? You're building wealth. You're building stability. And the guides want you to release that so that you can continue on that process, right? I mean, you learned from that situation. There's no way that you're going to let that happen again. The guys say let go, celebrate life a little bit, some downtime, enjoying life with your friends, your family is actually going to help you raise your abundance. So when you do take that downtime, no worrisome thoughts, okay? You got to let every thought around your career, your money, you got to release it. And if they, try to enter your mind, you got to blow it away. Refocus. You're the one in control here, because this is letting the universe know that you are abundant enough to take time off and enjoy life and not worry about, how you're going to make your next payment to this or that. Okay. Because they don't know negative energy or good energy. They just know what energy you're projecting. All right. So when you do that and you release that and you're really just enjoying your best life, being lazy, sitting back, whatever it may be, whatever feels good to you, that is a big sign to the universe that you want abundance. You deserve abundance. That feels right to you. That resonates with you. All right, Leo, I am always here for you. My link is down in the comments. And we are moving forward to Virgo. Hi, Virgo. Thank you so much for being here today. I am shuffling these babies and picking up on energy. Guys, what do we see for Virgo around love? Give us some direct answers right now. Why are you expecting devastation? You need to work through this because for some of you, I feel like, I don't want to say you're self-sabotaging, but you're like borderline maybe. Or, you're thinking some things might be bad that are actually good for you. And the guys are saying you're not ready for this, something all at once, right? Like you're scared to put yourself out of love or you're scared to put yourself out with a certain person. And the guys are saying you are just starting new, to be patient with yourself. I have the rebirth card. So I feel like for some of you, you were in a long-term relationship. You're still processing that. You're just getting your mojo back. And look at this. I got the maturity card in reverse saying you haven't processed enough to be able to be the full, to not worry about what the consequences could be, what could happen next, and just jump and take that huge leap with somebody. All right. And that's not a bad thing. The guides are saying just take more time out, meditating, processing, trying to figure out what it is, that you really want, because that's what's going to help you focus and align. Right. And I think you have some ideas, but maybe writing. I'm just really getting a lot about writing for you, sitting down and just kind of writing things by yourself. What is weighing on you? What is creating these blockages? What's different from then to now? And the reality of it is that was then. This has no bearing on what is now, or this person, or this situation, or what could come into the picture for you. Okay. And this is you. Okay. You're in this rebirth process where we're trying to, get your passion back. And somebody might even be giving you, attention, telling you that you're the source of their passion. Right. But you're feeling like this, you're in freak out mode. And the guides are saying not to ignore those feelings. Let's work through it. And I look at these rebirth card a lot of time as a message card. So I feel like you're getting a lot of messages from somebody, but not just that. I want you to be writing messages. Yeah, I want you to do some journaling on what is going through your mind so you can really analyze what needs to be there, what you need to release, so you're not keeping love at bay. But I feel like, you can't mess up anything that's meant for you by taking your time. Right. And this is what I got, the guidance card. So I would look at this as opening the doorways to love, not that you need more time or that you need to heal or you have to process more things to get what you want. I would look at that as opening the doorways to love, because you have a guided person here that is going to create so much passion within you. Look at that, Virgo. That's amazing. All right. So process it. And if this resonates with you, make sure you comment and claim it down below. All right. We're going to go ahead and move forward to money and career. Guys, what do you see for Virgo around money and career? You're becoming more relaxed, going with the flow more with your work. Not that, you're not putting it in as much work or much effort. You're still feeling very passionate, but you might have had all this build up stress around your performance, and worrisome thoughts and different things going on that was just, keeping you more stressed than you needed to be with your work. So you're getting more emotionally content, I guess is a good way to put it. More happier, more relaxed about the happenings that are going on. And you're starting to feel more passionate, more alive, right? I feel like there's been some kind of mental conflict around work, around money that you just are having issues releasing. And maybe it's just that you had so much on your plate and you're getting pulled different directions, or there's just so much to figure out to get into alignment. But now is the time, right? That you finally start to get your peace of mind, get in your flow, feeling passion, and you're not letting this go. And you don't need to, if that's a thought base, by the way. Where you're putting your focus is absolutely where you need to focus in, because here's the outcome. This is what you're working towards and probably already, somewhat experiencing. Look at that card. That's abundance card. Okay. That's a King of Pentacles. This is somebody mastering their career, stability, abundance. This is somebody that people look up to for their success, their knowledge, all that they have accomplished. So you are on the right path here. And I love that you're getting, more content, more satisfied, going with the flow more of all the happenings that are going on around you. All right. So very good job, Virgo. I love that for you. All right, you guys. If you need a more personalized reading, don't hesitate to reach out to me. My link is in the description. And we are moving forward to Libra. Hi, Libra. Thank you so much for being here today. If this reading resonates with you, please comment, claim it down below. Maybe even comment your zodiac so you can try for the bonus reading. All right. So we are shuffling these babies and picking up on energy around love, Libra. Guys, what do you see? Give me some direct answers right now around love for Libra. Libra, you are feeling a little bit unwanted, a little bit unloved, undesired. You think no one's attracted to you, no one's paying attention to you. And the guy's just saying you are not aware, but here is the energy. You have somebody that is paying attention to you. Look at this Lovers card. They are very curious about you on a passionate end. They're excited about you. They're daydreaming about you. And look at this. This person is looking for emotional connection. And not just that, they're healed. They're receptive. They're open. They're ready to go, right? But here we see you feeling a little bit on the immature side of putting yourself out for love. Okay. And that's okay. The guys are saying you don't need to jump in both feet today. But I do feel like somebody's going to come forward to you that's going to open the eyes to you that you are attractive, that, people do want you. And I definitely think there's potential with this person because they're just so receptive, open, healed. They're looking for new love. You might even be somewhat aware of who this person is, but you were just, not fully sure. But when they do pop up, you'll be like, oh, yeah, I caught that vibe, and I feel like this could really, really grow. I'm not going to say that anymore. I've said it enough, I guess. But what I'm trying to let you know is you don't have to jump in immediately. Just enjoy this, right? Enjoy the flirtation, the building of passion, the building of trust and emotions. Because if you try to, jump into this or feel like, you have too much put onto you at once, you're going to freak out and you're going to abandon this before it even starts. All right, Libra, I am moving forward to career. Guys, what do you see? Give me some direct answers right now around money. Ooh. You've been manifesting something. And it's going to catch you off guard because it's in alignment, but it's not in alignment. Like it's not something you pictured happening, but you're going to realize why you manifested it because of the energy you're putting out. And it's great. This is a good thing. It's absolutely 100% what you want, but not exactly in the way that you thought it would happen. Let's put it that way. And that might weigh on you. That might make you a little fearful. But the guides are saying, nope, nope, nope. This is what you have manifested. This is what you called in. Keep your passion up. Don't let those fearful thought bases enter. And I know, I know Libras. They like to overanalyze. They like to worry about things. You guys are very big-hearted, very loving creatures, and you want to make sure everybody's safe and everything's fine. But you tend to, look at the worst case scenario before you see the positive that could actually happen. And the guys are saying not to let yourself go there. Okay. That, stay in alignment with that. This feels good. It feels right. And like I said, you'll be able to tell that this is something that you've called in, that you've manifested. Okay. So like it's something that you've really wanted. It's just happening in a different way than expected. And the guys are saying to be excited about this, that this is you putting amazing energy out to the universe and manifesting your desires and it coming to fruition. Okay. So be passionate, have fun, tell others. And don't worry about what you think could negatively happen. All right. Keep your eye on the ball, Libra. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I am here for you. Like always, you can get a reading from me via Keen. My link is in the description, you guys. And if you want, you could even just go over and read my reviews so you can learn a little bit more about me. All right, so we are going right into Scorpio. Hold on. I am blind and messed up my timestamp. All right. Hi, Scorpio. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to go right into love. Guys, what do you see? Give me some direct answers right now around love for Scorpio. You're not wanting love right now. You do not feel like you're ready, but you're wanting somebody to have some fun with, right? But you're scared. You're even scared to put yourself out on a passionate level. This is what you're desiring. Let's put it this way: this playful, fun, passionate energy, being flirtatious, affectionate with one another, all that goodness. But you're not wanting that attachment. We have that in the reverse form, saying, I don't need any of that. I'm just wanting somebody to go on dates with, spend time with. And, if that's how you feel, Scorpio, that's okay. The guys are saying, that's the first step to putting yourself out there. Right. Make sure you're very direct about what it is that you desire. But I'm seeing you have fear bases about just doing that. So let's take it one step at a time. And I would look at this as opening doorways to true love. This is taking your first step of introducing love into your life again, right? And processing and building that courage. And you're right to say that you're not ready, but you're never going to be ready if you keep standing on the sidelines, right? You start dipping your toes in there a little bit, putting yourself out a little bit. And that's what the guides are suggesting this week for you, Scorpio. And I think that you're already wanting to. You're just like, should I? Should I? And the guides are saying, yes, you should. All right, Scorpio, we are moving forward to money. Guys, what do you see around money and career for Scorpio? Give us some direct answers right now. Good decisions might have ended you up in the wrong spot or making some wrong moves. It doesn't necessarily mean you went all the wrong way when it comes to career and money. But you might have lost some money. You went a direction that you weren't necessarily guided into making. And it kind of, flipped you for a loop, I guess you could say. But now you're feeling more passionate. You're overcoming this. You're getting more on path. And the guys are saying, to forgive yourself. You were working with the knowledge and the answers that you had, right? So, you're looking at, feeling guilty maybe that you made certain decisions. And the guys are saying you're the innocent person here. You brought innocent energy to the table of just wanting to build stability, and it felt good. It felt right to you. And even though it didn't work, we need to just refocus, keep moving forward, participating, bringing the same energy to the table. And this is the outcome, Scorpio. Look at that. Dreams coming true. You feeling more content, more in an energetic alignment with what you truly desire. All right. So this little happening here doesn't need all this attention. Okay, because you have yet to see the success that you are calling into your life. And you might even have some new adventures, or I said adventures because I always think of business ventures as adventurous. I think they're fun. But, these business ventures might be opening up to you. Or, and I went straight to business, but this could be, a new job offering, an investment of some sort. But I feel like it's going to resonate, and intuitively you will know it is for you, Scorpio. I can't talk all of a sudden, you guys. Bear with me. And we are moving forward to Saggies. Hi, Saggy. Thank you so much for being here today. I am shuffling these babies and picking up on energy. All right, you guys, make sure you comment your zodiac down below to possibly get the bonus reading. And make sure you're commenting, claim it if this resonates with you. All right, guys, we need some direct answers for Saggy. Shuffling these babies, picking up on energy. Oh, marriage card, you guys. Right from the start. Are some of you going through a divorce or a breakup with somebody that you were with for a really long time? There might even been a move recently, or going to be a move here recently, or attached to this breakup. This is bringing in healing for you. Okay. This was not your person. All right, Saggies. So if you were connected with someone and now it's not going to work, you're trying to move forward and it's kind of weighing on you, it's conflicting, but you're wanting to heal, know that you called this person in with immature energy. And I don't mean that you were immature, but you were not mature enough you weren't where you needed to be energetically playing to call in true love. Let's put it that way. And that's not a bad thing. It doesn't mean you were immature in any way. This is all just part of our process of growing, learning, and excelling, and, learning how to control our energy. And you weren't ready for love. So you called in somebody else that was also not ready for love. Right. So I feel like maybe you guys deeply cared for one another, and, there was a lot of lessons, there may be even a lot of good times. But now is the time for you to heal from this, to bring the right energy to the table so you can finally call in that true love. So here you were, and here you're going to be by processing this. So this was part of the process of you getting to your person, right? So not fun, Saggy, but it wasn't a waste of time or a wasted energy. All right. It was something that was needed for you to process, to build. And soon enough, you're going to have new vision. I got the Temperance card. So you are hot. People are wanting to date you, spend time with you. And the rightness card to me says, before you know it, somebody of matching of your energy worthy is coming into picture, because you just have this little last bit to process. And then you are in complete alignment with what you truly desire. So good job, Saggy. And look at you being all tempting. All right. You might even get some intentions from some people just looking for booty. So be aware. And we're moving forward to money and career. Oh my goodness. I'm going to assume I just dropped those babies and pick them back up. Wow, I don't know. We keep having cards just trying to fly out the deck. All right, we're going to leave those out there. My goodness. Let's see what they say. Wow. Now, Saji, I don't feel you were ever lazy per se, but now maybe you're like, I need a schedule. I need to get things in flow and in alignment with my passions, right? If you're a lot like me, I'm a Saji. I hate schedules. I like to mix it up. I like to do things when I feel called to do them. And even me here recently has been like, "Oh, you can't do that." Right. Sometimes you just got to stay on base. Sometimes you got to meditate and get yourself into alignment to where you need to be so that we can accomplish things, that we can make, deadlines, things of that nature. And that's something that's hard for us, right? We like to flow with our emotions, do what we feel called to do. And overall, Sanjay, I think that's a wonderful idea. But, when it comes to getting things accomplished, especially around career, we got these deadlines. We got to get things out. We have to be reliable. Right. So we have to a certain extent, bring our focuses where it's needed, when it's needed. Okay. And I feel like people are focusing into you, like you are putting off this amazing projection. Whatever you do, you come off as loving, nurturing, kind, as you really care. So if you're offering services, they can really feel, how passionate you are of being there for them, right? Or they feel how passionate you are of offering this or doing this, whatever it may be. And, if you've been off a little bit, like, feeling like nobody is paying attention to you, you've been exhausted, like I'm doing all this work and, it is yet to pay off or yet to get any attention, whatever it may be. The guides are saying that's clearing air this week. People are focusing in on you. All this hard work is finally paying off and you are coming out of your shell. Right. And you are really getting noticed and your message is really getting picked up. So I love it. I love this for you. You've been mentally conflicted if the work you were doing was going to matter. And you just stuck in there, even so, because you knew what you were meant to do. You just didn't know what was going to be the outcome of it. Right. You're like, I just hope what I'm feeling in my heart and my soul, what I'm pressed to bring forward is going to, build. And the guides are saying, yes, you're going from this mentally conflicted area of like, is this working to me? Like, yes, it is. I'm so happy. You got this healing energy. You're healing others. People are vibing with that. And they're loving this for you. They're loving being there with you. And this is you. You're being looked at as a person with the answers. People are going to you for your services because you're the master. You're the experienced one. And you're making good money too, Saji. All right. So stick it out. I love it. Love it, Saji. All right, Saji. If you want a reading from me for more details, my link is down below. And we are moving forward to Capricorn. Hi, Cappies. Thank you so much for being here today. These cards are being so difficult right now. They are thick. And when they are thick, they are full of messages. But they're like not wanting me to shuffle them. All right. We are picking up on love for Cappies. Guys, what do we see? Give me some direct answers right now for Capricorn. You are letting go of the past, meeting new people. And Cappy, I want to say that I saw this in the last couple of weeks for you. I'm not so sure if it was the last reading I did that premiered last week, but I feel like this has been the vibe that I've been getting from you. It's like, you're healing, you're processing, you're meeting new people, and it feels good to get out of your ordinary, right? And because you still have a lot of love to give, you have a lot of life to live as well, and you got a lot of dreams and passions, and you're wanting to celebrate and live your best life with someone, right? And maybe you're not really ready for commitment per se, but you're hoping you're going to get there. You want to have that connection, that deep connection, and building a life with somebody, and you want to have somebody that's loyal to you. I feel like that's a big deal to you. That there's no lies, there's nothing hid, that they're committed to you personally, and whatever form that may mean to you. But that's what you really want from that connection: is enjoy life with somebody that's being honest and upfront with you and desires the same things as you. Right. And you're just feeling, yourself this week, or more yourself, even though it's a little different. It brings some excitement into you. Like, wow, this feels different. Putting myself out like this, socializing like this. And it might just be verbally. For some of you, I feel like you're really going out of your comfort zone. You might be out, celebrating life. You might be at a couple different events. And more than anything, you're building your trust that what is meant for you will be for you. You're building your trust that, you are meant to have love. You're building your trust that life is good, that you can step out of this gloomy episode that you've been into and find new people. And I don't feel like this is just on the love end. I feel like you're going to be making tons of friends as well. And, maybe even building a soul tribe. So kudos to you, Cappy. I love the energy. All right. We're going to move forward to career with Cappies. And I'm always so interested in seeing what we're going to lay here, because for weeks now, it has been kind of a bizarre read for you guys. Like, I feel like you guys are okay financially, but you're not happy where you stand. Like, you want more, but you're scared to put in the extra work. And I don't want to say you're scared. I mean, you could definitely do it. You're just like, do I really want to? Oh my goodness. Yeah. And it went right there with exactly what I was saying. I see you doing good. You're making money. You're passionate about what you're doing. You got a nice flow going on, but there's more possibilities opening up for you. Right. And you're scared. You're like, I don't know if I should be getting excited about this or not. You'd like to have the build of money. You'd like to move your finances into the next bracket, but you're very distrusting. And the guides are kind of saying, this is up to you. This is not something set in stone for you. This is offerings, things that you could be doing extra to make more money if you want to do it. I mean, that's a good thing about life, right? Is that we have free will. And we don't have to follow whatever we put in our life chart before getting here. We can be adventurous and add new things in. We can get here and be like, oh, that's really tasty. That's really juicy. I want some more of that. And we can go other directions that we weren't even planning on going. So it's really you deciding, where you want to invest your time. Maybe you got family and you're like, oh, I'd rather invest my time in my family than, building more finances. But I got to tell you, I see that this would create abundance, wealth, stability. This may even give you more time to spend with your family, to enjoy life, because you're going to have this extra cash to be able to do so. Right. So weigh your options. This is not something set in stone that you absolutely 100% have to do. But if you built your courage, you put the time in, I definitely 100% think you could do it. It'd be less stressful than you think, and it'd make more money than you could imagine. Wow, Cappy. I felt like I skipped love with you for some reason, but now I remember we did it. All right, Capricorns, thank you so much for being here. If you need me, my link is down below. You can read my reviews or come in for a personalized reading. And we are moving forward to Aquarius. Hi, Aquarians. Thank you so much for being here today. Let me know if this reading resonates with you. Comment right below, claim it. And make sure you're putting your zodiac so you can try to get the bonus reading. All right, you guys. We are picking up on love for Aquarians. Guides, what do you see? Give me some direct answers right now. You have been on a healing process and you're feeling a lot better about yourself and past decisions you made. So maybe you felt like you made some bad decisions with somebody. Maybe you're feeling guilty for leaving that person behind. Whatever it may be, you're processing it. You're becoming more courageous. And the guys are saying you're not even aware of what this is really calling in for you and amazing it. You know, you're not calling in anything negative. You're actually opening the doorway to love. All right, we got the Outsiders card in reverse saying all that you're processing, eliminating that guilt, those thought bases, those emotions that you're still holding on to around that past connection or past connections is bringing you, opening the door to love and bringing you here. All right. And, if you're a client of mine, you probably already know I refer to this card as eating your cake and your ice cream too. Because not only does it show love, happiness, joy, passion, it shows everything, abundance, everything. So you're heading in the right direction to get that true love, right? To build a life with one another. And if you were wondering if you're ever going to have a family home, I would say that's a yes. All right, Aquarian. So if you're living by yourself and you're like, oh, I wish I had the whole family, the dog, and all this goodness, I would say that that's in the cards for you. All right, so we are shuffling these babies and we are moving forward to money and career for Aquarians. Guides, what do you see? We need some direct answers around money. You've been sitting back on something you want to pursue, trying to figure out how you could blend it, how you could afford it, how you can make it happen. You've just been sitting back. And the guys are saying that's okay. It's okay to plan, but let's make sure we're seeing how good it could be. Not just, looking into the negatives. And I feel like, maybe that was a thing as of the past around this situation that you were kind of looking at the negatives. But as we start to go into this week, we're starting to realize that there's a lot of positive, right? That this could be a lot of fun. This could bring in a lot of abundance, that this could be so much greater than you ever imagined. And you're kind of just clearing the slate of all these fears, all these negative feelings around it. And you're figuring out how you can integrate this, call this into your life, make the time for it, all this goodness. And you are really starting to realize that you can do this. All right. I love it, Aquarians, because you can, and you're becoming passionate. You're starting to be filled full of life and passion to go in this new direction. And the guides are saying it's for you. Yeah, be the rebel, be bold, break past all the barriers that have been holding you back and making you postpone, because you are on the right track. And this is the energy they're wanting you to bring forward. Not worrying about a thing, just excited and taking that leap. All right, Aquarians. Wow. Love seeing that for you. Oh my goodness. We're moving right forward to Pisces. But first, Aquarians, if you need me, I'm always here for you. Don't hesitate to reach out. My link is down below in the description. All right, Pisces. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm shuffling these babies and we are picking up on love. And Pisces, don't forget, if this resonates with you, claim it down below. Let me know. All right. Guys, what do we see for love for Pisces? Give me some direct answers right now. You're starting to find out that you feel bonded to somebody more than you thought, right? Like they grew on you. overnight, all of a sudden you're like, oh, this is exhausting. Why am I paying attention to this person? And why I say it's exhausting, and you're like, oh, why? It's because this person has breadcrumbing you or has ghosted you completely, right? They just fell off the universe. That's kind of what I'm getting here. And I feel like it's not the last time you've heard from them. Just so you know, this person's going to be popping back up. But it's time for you to start thinking about what you are worth, right? And your time, your attention, and all that goodness. Because this person is not giving you their sole attention. So if you're, finding that you can't stop thinking about this person and they definitely have your attention, know that the person that you're focusing in is not on the same page as you. They might find you amazing in your own right, be attracted to you, all that goodness, but they are spreading their self thin. Okay. So you're not the only person they're speaking to. You're not the only person they're getting passionate with, whatever it may be. And they're really not seeing your complete worth. All right. And I feel like you went into this not planning on being attached to this person. And it might just be messages. It might have went farther than that. But now you're like, what the heck? This is so exhausting. Why do I feel attached to this person? Why can I not stop thinking about this person? Well, for one, they're very sexy, right? And maybe you guys had chemistry and all that goodness, and you just could really see this connection growing with what, they projected to you, right? But I feel like if you really knew this person, you wouldn't be so conflicted about this. The guide is saying don't stress this. That if you really were to get this person's attention in time, you wouldn't want it. Excuse me. You would see the true colors of who they are. And they might be sexy, but that's all they're bringing to the table. Right? There's no real substance here. No matter how good they can talk, no how educated they are, they're not really bringing any substance to the table. Okay. And I'll tell you, like, I've told many of my clients, if he or she could talk the panties off of a nun, they didn't learn it at home behaving. So if somebody, was talking your head off and, had all the right words and was really able to make, feel like they were putting you on a pedestal, you might have got pulled in a little bit. And it might be because you're not that kind of person. Right. So I wouldn't be mad at yourself, but I would definitely refocus Pisces. All right. So we're going to go ahead and move forward to money and career for Pisces. Guys, what do you see? Give me some direct answers right now. Something that's been postponed or you didn't think was going to come in starts coming in. Starts resurfacing again. And it's because you threw it out to the universe. Kind of forgot about it, but it was manifesting. So no worries there. It comes back into the picture again. You're like, I did it. And this is going to be bringing in new opportunities, new ways that are in alignment with you. And you are super excited. Some of this you've seen coming. Some of you didn't. You just didn't imagine it being this amazing. You didn't imagine it bringing in so much attention, new opportunities, things of that nature. And this playful energy, this is out of the norm for you as of recent, right? And the guys are saying embrace it. You need to bring this new energy to the table. You need to be more playful about what you're doing, okay? And you're going to find that midweek or a week or so from now that you're like, wow, this is really in alignment with me. This, with my inner voice, what I desire, what I want, and you are making it happen. You are manifesting it, Pisces. All right. Wow. Thank you so much for being here, Pisces. I love reading for you. As I told the other zodiacs, my link is in the description if you decide you want a personalized reading or maybe you just want to read my reviews. I also always put my website link down there that has my blog that's full of all kinds of stuff for you guys. And you guys stay tuned. Every Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern, I will premiere a reading for love and money. All right. Blessed be you guys. Mwah. Till next time.